Did you know that one of the most stressful experiences in our lives that we'll ever go through is that of a move? As a matter of fact, when you look at all of the different charts out there that state what are the stressful experiences in lives that cause the most harm to individuals emotionally, psychologically, sometimes physically, we'll talk about death of a loved one, we'll talk about divorce, we'll talk about losing a job, we'll talk about public speaking, of course, which is a fear for very many people, and then we'll also talk about moving. Usually in the top 5 of all the stressful experiences we'll go through, moving is always there. But I've got great news, is that it doesn't have to be that way. Hi, I'm Master Life Coach David Essel. For the past 25 years, my expertise has been helping people through life transitions, through all kinds of life transitions, whether it be some of the things I mentioned before, marriage, divorce, etc., and also moving. And as a matter of fact, I have a lot of personal experience in this field because I have moved more times in my life than I can even count. And every time, what I'm going to share with you today, how to make your move more powerful, more effective, and less stressful, every time what I'm going to tell you, I have done myself. And through my own personal experience of myself moving, as well as for 10 years, I've been a master business coach in the world of real estate, I've had a chance to help hundreds of agents and brokers around the country who are my clients help their clients to move. And so while we talk about moving as being incredibly stressful, if we're organized, if we're planned, if we're motivated, and if everything is in a system, we can move literally mountains, as they say. We can make this experience, have this experience go from something that is dreaded, that is horrendous, that is filled with mishaps, to something that when we finally get it done, we say, oh my Lord, I'm so glad I followed this path. I'm so glad that I talked to David. I'm so glad that I used the system to help a move become more productive and less stressful. When we think about the reasons for people moving, there are all kinds of reasons. It might be a military family having to move for the 4th time in 2 years. It could be a senior being downsized, going into a assisted living facility. It could be a teen who's uprooted because of their family and how frustrated they are that they're going to lose all of their friendships, which is incredibly debilitating for many teens. It can be a teen going to college. It can be someone moving from one coast to another coast because of a job, or from a country to a country because of a job. There are so many reasons why people have to move, and for the most part, most of us probably admit that there's a good percentage of them that we don't look forward to. But in this world, thank goodness that we have people that are excited about helping you move. You know, I get really fired up when I'm talking to one of my clients who's a real estate agent and he or she calls and says, oh my gosh, David, you're not going to believe this. My client is flipping out because they've got to move in 2 weeks and they're not organized. We go into action right away. We take away a lot of the stress. Many people bring more stress than necessary into the move because they're a certain personality type that actually becomes debilitating. And while there's pros and cons and yins and yangs to everything, let me tell you about a couple that have the most difficult time moving. Number 1 is the procrastinator, and number 2 is the perfectionist. Now you might sit back and think, but David, if someone's a perfectionist, wouldn't they have like an easier time moving? And the answer is no. Many perfectionists, because they want everything so detailed, will create undue stress to themselves and to the people around them because everything has to be just so. And they end up turning into control freaks, and then they end up freaking everyone out who's got to make the move with them because everyone around them knows it doesn't have to be that difficult. But the perfectionist that wants to have everything just perfect will drive themselves insane if they don't loosen up on the reins. Now, on the other side of the equation, we have the procrastinator. And of course, we all know what they are, but the damage that they bring into the whole concept of moving is that everything that could be done today, even if it's just organizing their thoughts on paper, is put off till tomorrow, until all of a sudden at the last second, everything is chaos, everything's running on adrenaline, everything is drama, and if they're moving with a family or even one other person, the whole move becomes a living hell. And as I said earlier, you know, this doesn't have to be like this. As a life transition master coach, my role is to help do multiple things. Number 1 is to help people get highly organized. But organization is more than just in the mind. What we do with our systems is we help people get organized on paper. And we have checklists, which actually adds to self-esteem and self-motivation, that when you're 2 weeks out or 3 weeks out or 4 weeks out, and you see exactly to the T what needs to be checked off and done, and you go through it, the person who's going through the move feels better about themselves, and then every day or week after that will be absolutely exceptional. The other thing is that we bring to the world of motivation, joy, and fun, and happiness, and believe it or not, even in something like a move, coming from the perspective that we use, we can have fun. We can make it joyful. We can make that downsizing, deciding what to let go of and what not to let go of, actually a great experience because how long we've been doing this work. So if you're going to make that massive move, if you're in the middle of a move right now, I don't care if it's 100 yards away or if it's 1,000 or 10,000 miles away, you need someone on your side. You need a team. You need individuals that are going to hold you accountable, that will be demanding. Oh, absolutely. Even though on this video you see me laughing and have a great time, trust me. If you talk to anyone who I've worked with over the years, they know that I can be highly demanding as well. And I have to be. One of the reasons that people hire someone like myself is because they want to be held accountable. They want someone to be demanding because they want the end result that's possible with outside assistance. They know that if they just lean on themselves and try to learn from their own past experiences, that nothing will probably change. But the minute they bring someone else in and say, could you please help us, direct us, organize us, everything starts to work at a better level. One of the goals that I have in working with individuals through any type of life transition, like a move, is I get to know their personality types. So I'm able then to help push people in a certain direction. Because of our background in psychology in this field, I can push people in a certain direction that maybe someone else wouldn't be able to, because I understand personality types. How to deal with A's, how to deal with B's, how to deal with Z's. It doesn't matter. We know that there are motivational techniques that work for everyone. So as a wrap up, I'm going to say this. If I can help you in any way whatsoever, make your move more complete, less stressful, more organized, and more joyous, and I mean that sincerely, go to my website, talkdavid.com, talkdavid.com. Check me out. Send me an email. Let me know what your particulars are. We'll talk on the phone and we'll see if we're a really good match. I'm excited to help you, maybe for the first time in your life, experience a move that is less stressful, that is more productive, and the end result will be more joyous for everyone. If I hadn't experienced this in my own life, in other words, if I had just been coaching people to go through life transitions, major life transitions, but had never experienced these same things to myself, it'd be like talking to someone who has learned it from a book, right? But I have it all. I have everything that you can need, including the desire to help you. TalkDavid.com is where you can reach me. I look forward to talking to you, and we will together we'll make this the most amazingly beautiful move you could have ever imagined. Okay? Have an awesome day. I'll look forward to talking to you soon. Bye-bye now.